Hello world, welcome back. This is part 3 of important string methods. So today we are going to discuss on ends with, starts with, isalnum, isalpha, isdigit, islower, isupper, isspace, string methods. So let's get started. So first method is ends with. Let's say I have defined a string a equal to hello world and at the end I am giving exclamatory symbol. Now ends with method basically checks if string ends with a certain character. How does it work? Let's say print a dot ends with I am doing, and I want to check whether this string ends with exclamatory sign. So when I'll run this program, the output will be true. So whatever methods I am going to teach you in today's video, they basically return boolean value, either true or false. Now coming back to the ends with method, instead of exclamatory sign, if I'll give RLD like this, so this particular string ends with these certain characters. So when I'll run it, the output is again true. But let's say if I remove the exclamatory sign from here and if I'll run it now, it will print false. Second method is starts with. So as you can make out from the name, it is just opposite of ends with. It checks whether the string starts with certain characters. So here if I'll do HE, a dot starts with HE, the output will be true. In this case also the output will be true. But let's say if I'm giving ELLO, in this case the output will be false. So this is about ends with and starts with method. Next method is isalnum. So isalnum checks if a string contains only alphanumeric value. So alphanumeric means either number or letters. So if I'll do isalnum, a dot isalnum, it don't take any argument, and if I run it, it is printing me false. Because I have a space here, space is not considered as any letter or number. So from this string, if I remove this space, by the way, it contains exclamatory sign also, which is also not considered as alphanumeric. So I have to remove this also. And now when I run the program, the output will be true. I can add number also here. If I run it, again the output is true. But if I'll try to enter any special character, it will print me false. So this is about isalnum. Second one is isalpha. So isalpha basically checks if a string contains only alphabets. So if this string contains character as well as number, it will print me false. If I'll remove all the numbers from here and if I'll run it now, this will print true. So isalpha basically checks if all the character in the strings are alphabets. Next one is isdigit. So isdigit basically check if all the characters of the string is numbers. So if I'll run this, it is printing me false. If I'll add some numbers and I'll run it, it is again printing me false. And let's say if I'll make all the characters of the string as numbers, if I'll run it now, the output will be true. So it's about isdigit. Next one is islower. So islower basically checks if all the characters in the string are lowercase. If all the characters are lowercase, then only it will return true, otherwise false. Let's say I have a string hello world where H is capital and rest other are in lowercase. If I run it, it will print me false because it checks whether all the characters are in lowercase. And if I'll make the first H as lowercase and if I'll run it now, the output will be true. Similarly, we have isupper. So isupper method basically checks if all the characters in the string are in uppercase. If I run it, it is printing me true, and as soon as there is any lowercase character, it will print false. Now just a little exercise here. What is the output of this particular program? What it's doing here, first one is a dot upper. A dot upper will basically convert all the characters into uppercase, and when I'm checking isupper, as all the characters are converted into uppercase, it will print true. See, it is printing true. Next method is isspace. Isspace basically checks if all the characters in the string are white spaces. If all the characters are white spaces, then only it returns true. Let's say if I have some white spaces and some alphabets, then it will return false. For isspace to return true, all the characters should be space. See, in this case, it is printing true. So these are some of the important methods that I have discussed today. As an exercise, you can explore these methods. So these are pretty straightforward methods. So try to explore on these methods also.